Hey everyone, my name is Anna. I am a wife of an addict in recovery, and I'm also recovering myself from codependency. I wanted to come on here quick today. I know it's not at 8 o'clock, but as you can hear, I am still sick, and so I wanted to keep myself accountable and still come on no matter what though. So here I am. I feel like I'll probably talk about this again tomorrow, so we'll get back to that 8 a.m., but right now, with things just being the way they are, I'm trying to have self-compassion on myself and just make sure that I push through and I do them, regardless of the time. And so that's what we're doing, is trying to have that follow through. I know a lot of you will already be at work, so I hope you're having a great morning at work, but I know a lot also listen afterwards. So we're just going to do this. So guys, how it says right up on here, and the start of this video is, your authentic self is not who you truly are. Your codependent self. See, the mind is elsewhere today. But your codependent self is not your true self. Okay? It is our survival mode. It is the way that we have learned how to preserve ourselves in a harsh environment. And so what we need to learn to do is to become our authentic self. Good morning, Julie. Good morning, Nina. Good morning, Tammy. And a lot of the times, guys, we've actually never even been sometimes our authentic self. We see blips of them, but we never really get to our authentic self. Why? Because a lot of the times getting to our authentic self takes self-awareness, self-reflection, accountability, the willingness to change, growth, healing, and leaning into our hearts and speaking up for our truths and who we feel we are. And so a lot of the times when we are stuck in addiction or stuck in a hard spot in life or experiencing something very difficult, it's hard for us to be our authentic self, especially if we struggle with low self-worth, negative core beliefs, negative self-talk, insecurities. There's so much that could be there. A lot of the times we will struggle with that. And so how we were talking about yesterday, because we don't feel like we have that side inside of ourselves, we look for an outside sources. We look for a drip from somebody else. Can someone else give me a drip of love? Can someone else give me a drip of self-worth? Can someone give me a drip of acceptance, because I can't find it within myself? And of course, a lot of the times we're not conscious of this. It's an unconscious, and that is why I consider it and call it survival mode, is because our survival mode really isn't about living life. It's just about existing in life. And now one of my favorite philosophers, Socrates, has a quote: "The unexamined life is not worth living." And I really agree to that quote, because there are times that we are walking through life, but I don't feel we are truthfully really living. And the reason why I mean that is because there are times that moments are passing us by, but we're so stuck in our codependency and our focus is on other things and experiences that we don't see what's right in front of us. We don't see the little moments happening. It's hard for us to hear our children. It's hard for us to hear our parents. It's hard for us to hear what's going on in work, with friends, with life, because we're just so focused on looking at one thing, okay? So I want people to recognize, though, that codependent self, that need to fill ourselves up from other sources, that's not who we really are. So I'll give an example for myself, is because I used to always be teased for being hyper and positive and seeing those little moments. What I slowly did over time is shut that down. I basically became almost like a knob on a radio, I guess you could say, of going up to one person and going, "Oh, you don't want me loud? Okay, I'm going to put my voice down. Oh, you want me to be loud? Okay, I'm going to put it loud up. Oh, you need me to be a helper right now? I'm going to be a helper. Okay, you don't need me to do this right now? I'll do this." So I wasn't doing it because truthfully I really wanted to. It became, I just felt like that's what I should be doing. Okay? A lot of my life, truthfully, was a really big existential crisis when I really did the self-reflection of, it really did become, how much have I lived my life according to what I believed other people wanted from me, instead of me actually doing what I wanted and needed. And for me, guys, there was a lot of it. I did live my life a lot of the times according to what I believed other people wanted me. I remember having arguments with friends and knowing deep down, like, I didn't do anything wrong. But however, because they were upset and mad at me, and I doubted myself so much, and I had those negative core beliefs about myself of being unlovable and not being worthy of acceptance, I would apologize right away. Instead of letting it kind of sit in the heart and let all of us process, I would just be the first one to apologize. Why? Because for me, it solved the problem. I felt loved again. I felt that the other person knew I loved them. And so it was this quick exchange, but it wasn't really looking inwards and really reflecting on things. Good morning, Sandra. Good morning, Brenda. And so the thing is I really feel, guys, if we want to become our authentic self, we need to challenge our codependency. If we want to feel more alive, and lately you've been feeling like you're just kind of existing, you're going with the flow, maybe even feeling numb, maybe even feeling just one emotion, which is anger. What it needs to be is, that is sometimes not your true self. We're angry, but what is anger trying to tell us? I am a firm believer that anger is a secondary emotion. So what is anger trying to tell you? Are you hurt? Why are you hurt? Are you hurt because you're not feeling like you're being listened to? Are you hurt because you feel like this person doesn't understand what's going on? Are you feeling hurt because you're feeling like this person is making you feel like you are unloved? There are a lot of things that could be in there with anger. Now, us just assuming or people pleasing, again, that's not ourselves. Even just think of the word people pleasing. We're not pleasing ourselves, we're pleasing other people. Okay? So what we need to do is, in order to start finding our authentic self, is taking a moment, pausing, and every moment, guys, every moment of today, ask yourself, is this something that you really want to do? If there is a part of you that says no, and truth be told, it goes into even the harder stuff with holding boundaries. If you don't want to put up with something because you know it's unhealthy and it's not right towards you, then you need to stand up for yourself. That is our hard. The hard means getting into our authentic self. All right? But we're just so scared, again, of what we talked about yesterday, is taking that drip away. We need people to love us. We need other people to validate us. We need other people to accept us, especially if we don't feel that way inside. So we have to lean into our hearts. And like I've told people before, definitely get a support system. Because when we're doing these hards and we become our authentic self, and generally, if we've always been a people pleaser, and then all of a sudden we're doing the right by ourselves, we feel like we're doing something wrong. Okay? We feel like we're being mean. We feel like we're being selfish. But if you have a support system can look at you and go, the reason why this feels uncomfortable is because it's new. It doesn't mean it's wrong. And you got to remember, guys, usually the first time when we hold boundaries, I admit it. I told everybody knows this about me. Even if something's hard, I'm not going to lie to you, because I needed people to tell me sometimes the harsh reality and the harsh truth to help me push into my hearts. When sugarcoating happening, I never really pushed into the hearts, okay? And one of the things is when we hold boundaries for the first time, and boundaries have never really been held, truthfully, usually it gets harder before it gets easier. Why? Because we've all been kind of set in a specific way. Somebody else knows how we're going to respond. We know how we're going to respond. And we just keep moving forward that way. It's already kind of like a fortune teller. I know this person's going to get upset with me, but then I know we're going to talk again. You know the same exact thing. You know the definition of your own insanity cycle, which is, I know we're going to have a bad day. We're going to have a good talk, and things are going to kind of feel like they go back to normal. But then the cycle continues. So what it is everyone knows, in a sense, their role. And now you put a boundary in there. All hell breaks loose sometimes. But again, guys, it doesn't mean it's bad and it doesn't mean it's wrong. It's new. It's change. It's hard. Okay? And so the thing is that to become our authentic self, if you feel like what is happening or occurring to you is not right, then you need to learn to stick up for yourself. That's how you become your authentic you. Because the reason why we feel miserable, truth be told, at least my belief system, what I feel the reason why we feel miserable, whether we're the addict trying to seek recovery or the family member trying to seek boundaries and healing, is because we are not living according to who we truthfully are. We are not living to our authentic self. And also, we are not living to begin with. We are just existing in a world, floating by, not really taking moments in, not really taking experiences in. We're not even really there to take in happiness. Okay? So the thing is, we have to do our hard if we want to become our authentic self. It's not easy. That is why I tell people, again, another honest truth. There is a lot of the times that I did believe, in my experience, early recovery of my loved one was harder than an active addiction. And I know some people that are in active addiction are like, oh my God, no, it can't be. And then also probably like, Anna, please don't even say that. Okay? Because I'm still in active addiction. But I always want to be honest. And the reason why I believe it's harder is because if you're anything like me, I admit it. When it was active addiction, I admit this about me, guys. This is one of my codependent traits, is that black and white thinking. I was the good person, Mitchell was the bad person. I was the one helping, he was the one destroying. I never took a moment to really look at my behaviors and my actions and what I needed to take accountability for and what were my unhealthy behaviors. Because again, I was so focused on the addiction, I didn't have time to look at the person in the mirror. Okay? That's why it was so difficult. Because later on, now, I'm faced with, Anna, do you even know who you really are? If you're not the codependent, who are you? You've lived your life basically according to the codependent. You've lived your life to people pleasing. You've lived your life of not holding boundaries. You've lived your life to assuming what other people want or need or think. You've been assuming of what they believe in a conversation because you were too worried, too fearful, too filled with anxiety to go ask the hard questions because you were terrified of confrontation. So therefore, guys, I wasn't really enjoying life to the fullest. Now, I'm not here to say that I wasn't happy. There was many numerous moments. Very happy in life. Definitely believed and felt too. I loved myself. When things got hard, though, that's not what I expressed to myself. Okay, when things got hard, and things got hard up in here too. I talked to myself very negatively. But I think one of my unhealthy coping skills is I always sometimes even went overly positive. Okay, I am a positive person. I admit to that. But being overly positive is actually not my authentic self. That is actually a survival mechanism for me. Because that helped me get through the hard times. But it's just like when I tell other people how we avoid the problem, that was me sweeping things underneath the rug. Not actually picking it up, working through it, and then putting it in the trash. Okay, so the thing is guys, remember, when you act codependent, that's not who you are. That's not your true self. That is your survival mechanism. So when you see your codependent behaviors, I want you to stop dead in your tracks right there and go, what do I want to continue doing? Do I want to continue just existing? Or today, do I want to choose to live? Do I want to choose to experience life? Do I want to choose to enjoy life? If you say that, then right at that moment, you have to do different. I know it's hard. It's going to feel so freaking uncomfortable. Reach out to your support. Let them know you are so that you can get validation in a positive and healthy way to change you, or not even to change you, for you to actually fully experience who you truly are and how strong you are and how powerful you are as an individual. And again, this is to anyone out there. Addict, codependent, mental illness, hard experience we're going through life. The way we become who we truthfully are is facing our hearts. You are more than your addiction. You are more than your codependency. You are more than your mental illness. And you are more than the hard experiences that you are experiencing right now. You have to believe that, though. Even if it is in just one moment, with one choice you are about to make. If you notice, just ask yourself, is this a decision that I really want to choose? Or am I choosing it because the other option is hard? If you know deep down and you hear that little voice that honestly tells you, you know what? I really do want to do the hard. But no. They're going to yell. I'm going to get terrified. We're going to have a confrontation. We're going to have an argument. Your fears are valid. But if we always allow our fears to consume us, the darkness will always try to subdue our light. Don't allow the darkness to win anymore. Make the darkness your friend. Ask the darkness, what are you trying to teach me so that you help me turn on more of my light? That will be in a moment where you realize someone is yelling at me right now. Someone is irritable towards me right now. I do want to take this moment of self-care and someone's looking back at me and telling me I'm selfish. I want you right there in that moment, calmly, ask yourself, what do you really need? And that quietest voice, because it's going to be the quiet one. Our codependency is loud. It is our survival mechanism. It is our 15 seconds. We go right for it. Listen to that logic. Listen to hear. It's going to be really quiet right now. And if you hear, I shouldn't be putting up with this, or this isn't right, this is wrong. Ready? We don't need to explode. Take a deep breath in and out and say no. No in itself is a boundary. Okay? You deserve to be you. Each one of us on this world is individual, authentic on their own accord, beautiful for who they are. Explore who you are. How long have you already gone in life not exploring inside of you? And just because you don't see these parts of your soul does not mean you don't exist. Just like right now with the new telescope, we're getting all these new pictures and all these new things. So does before we had the knowledge, did it mean that it didn't exist? No, it still did. We just didn't have the capacity quite yet to see that far. The same goes with you. Everything you need is inside you. And just because you can't see it right now does not mean it doesn't exist. So you feeling like you can't love yourself, I promise you, it actually is in there. You believing that you're not worth it, I swear to you, it's in there. You believing that you can't heal, you are the key to your own healing. You are that powerful. Nobody out there has that power over you that they stop you from healing. You are more powerful than you believe. That is within you. There is so much inside of you waiting to be discovered. And the first thing we need to do is to listen to that authentic self that is inside of us and come out of survival mode and truly start living. Today is the day. Whatever occurs, whatever happens today, You're also not alone. If you start to feel nervous and scared, what I want you to do is picture me right there beside you. Tell yourself, today is the day I want to start truly living life again. I want to discover who I am. And what that is going to take is some exploration and all the great adventures that we love in storybooks, TV shows, and movies. The adventure's not easy, is it? It's hard. But we root for those characters even more for the trials in which they go through. You are no different. Root for yourself. Get your team on board. Get that support system there and go on the adventure together. You are not alone. Today is the day, guys. Become your authentic self. And if you need me, I am only a message away. Even after you do your hard and maybe you start to feel like you've done something wrong, message me. I will be there for you, and I will tell you that I am damn proud of you for doing different today, which is going to lead to new possibilities of you finding out who your authentic self are. You are more than your codependency. You are more than the addiction. You are beautiful, you are amazing, and you are powerful. Today's the day you're going to start tapping into it. I'm actually going to end it right there, guys. Hand over the heart right now. We're going to take a deep breath in and out, and no matter how we feel in this moment, we are going to accept our authentic self because that is who we are, and we are strong, and we are beautiful, we are amazing. Take that deep breath in and out. Next deep breath, we are going to take in all this beautiful, beautiful healing energy, gold light going straight into us. And you know what this is going to be? This is going to light the way on our new adventure starting today to finding and discovering who we truly are. It's right inside of us. It's not outside. Take a deep breath in. You're about to illuminate those parts of you. And third breath, you are not alone. So right now in that moment today, when you choose your heart and you do it, and you start to discover who you are, you're going to remember this moment. All of us right now, hand over the heart. You are not alone in the experience. You have other people right now choosing to do different today. Deep breath in and out. All right, guys, you're more than your codependency. Time to discover inside yourself your authentic self and become who you are. It's been waiting for you for a really long time. Light the way. Show what the darkness is trying to show to you.